Ladies and gentlemen, confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build every single day. And let me tell you this, the words you say to yourself are the raw materials of that construction. If you want to skyrocket your confidence, you need to start by mastering your self-talk. Let me ask you this, are you your biggest critic or are you your biggest ally? Too many people sabotage their own confidence because they let doubt run wild in their minds. Today, we're putting an end to that. From now on, every single day, you will destroy those negative beliefs about yourself. You will tell yourself, I am not defined by my failures. I am built by my resilience. Say it with conviction. Own it. Because if you can't believe in yourself, who else will? Next, affirm your unstoppable potential. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eye and say, I am capable of achieving greatness. And do it daily and watch how your subconscious starts believing it. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's certainty in your ability to rise. It's confidence. It's certainty. Now let's talk about perfection. It's a myth, get rid of it. Tell yourself, I improve every single day. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. When you focus on growth, you'll realize that confidence is a byproduct of action, not a prerequisite for it. And every morning before you do anything else, visualize your success. Picture yourself walking into that meeting, owning the room, closing the deal. See it vividly. Because when you see yourself succeeding, your mind begins to believe it's already done. That's the power of visualization. Here's another truth. You've accomplished more than you give yourself credit for. Start celebrating your wins, no matter how small. Tell yourself, I've overcome challenges before and I'll do it again. Confidence grows when you acknowledge your victories, even the tiny ones. But confidence isn't just about what you achieve, it's also about how you carry yourself. Tell yourself this daily, I deserve respect because I respect myself. People treat you the way you allow them to. If you exude confidence, the world has no choice but to respect you. Finally, and most importantly, commit to relentless action. Confidence without action is just daydreaming. Every day, remind yourself, I act boldly and fearlessly. Confidence doesn't come from sitting on the sidelines. It comes from stepping into the arena. So here's my challenge to you. Start telling yourself these truths daily. Say them out loud. Shout them if you have to. Because when you change the way you talk to yourself, you change the way you show up in the world. And when you show up with unshakable confidence, the world has no choice but to notice. Now go out there and build the life you deserve one bold step at a time. Thank you. Your confidence is the foundation of your success. It's the bedrock upon which you build your life, your relationships, your career, and your dreams. But here's the thing. Too many people let their confidence falter because they let their minds run wild with negativity, doubt, and fear. They've been conditioned to believe that confidence is something they either have or they don't, that it's some kind of trait you're born with or lucky enough to have. But that's not the reality. Confidence is not a gift, it's a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed, nurtured, and mastered. It all starts with what you tell yourself. The words you speak to yourself are more powerful than you can possibly imagine. You speak to yourself more than anyone else speaks to you. Your self-talk is constant, running in the background of your mind. And most people don't even realize that the way they talk to themselves shapes their world. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, if you tell yourself you can't, then your actions, your beliefs, and your reality will align with that. But if you start telling yourself that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you are enough, you'll start to see the world through a new lens. You will start to notice opportunities instead of obstacles, strength instead of weakness, and potential instead of limits. And that's why we are so desirous to focus on the negatives. We are so desirous to focus on the limits. Your mind is like a muscle, and what you feed it determines how strong it becomes. When you practice positive self-talk, you strengthen your belief in yourself, and the world starts responding to you differently. You'll walk into rooms with your head held high, your chest out, and your spirit unwavering. But that doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort, daily reminders, and the refusal to accept anything less than the best version of yourself. Let me ask you something. Who's been holding you back? Who's been whispering in your ear that you can't, you're not good enough, or you don't deserve success? Is it someone else, or is it the voice inside your own head? Too many people go through life carrying the weight of negative beliefs about themselves, beliefs that were instilled by others, by society, or worse, beliefs they've chosen to believe themselves. And I'm telling you right now, those beliefs are lies. Every single one of them. You have been fed this illusion that you're not worthy of greatness, that you're somehow broken or incomplete. But let me be clear with you. Those thoughts have no place in your mind. You are not your past mistakes. You are not the failures you've experienced. And you are certainly not the things other people have said about you. The moment you start to believe in your own self-worth, you begin to dismantle the power of those negative beliefs. They lose their strength because they are based on lies. And lies have no power when confronted with the truth. It's time to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am not what I have been told I am. The world may have labeled you in ways that feel unfair, but those labels do not define you. It's time to cast aside those limiting beliefs. You've been told that you're not enough, not talented enough, not smart enough, not deserving enough, but the truth is, you have everything inside you to achieve what you set out to do. You are born with a unique set of gifts, strengths, and abilities that no one else has. Your value is inherent. It was never up for negotiation, and it's never been in question. These negative beliefs, they're just stories you've allowed yourself to repeat over and over. And it's time to write a new story. A story where you are the hero, where you break free from the chains of insecurity and doubt. You've carried these false narratives for too long, and it's time to let them go. Replacing them won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. You have to intentionally start telling yourself the truth. I am capable. I am worthy. I am enough. You need to realize something right now. You're capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. The only thing standing between you and your greatness is the belief that you can't do it or that you're not enough. But let me tell you this, you are unstoppable. You are a force that is yet to be fully unleashed. And when you begin to affirm your unstoppable potential, you will watch your life transform in ways you never imagined. Every day, you have the power to shape your future with the words you speak. When you tell yourself, I am capable of achieving greatness, something shifts inside of you. Your mind starts to align with that belief. The doubts that once held you back begin to fade because you've made a decision. You've made the decision to rise, to push past the limits, and to do what others might say is impossible. And here's the kicker. When you affirm your potential, you start taking action. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and you create the moment. You stop making excuses and you start making progress. Now, in this process, so many problems can happen. So many. Imagine waking up every day knowing that the only limits you face are the ones you choose to accept. Imagine looking at challenges, not as obstacles, but as opportunities to prove just how unstoppable you really are. When you wake up and tell yourself, I am worthy of success, I am worthy of achieving my dreams, you immediately place yourself on a trajectory of growth. That affirmation becomes the foundation upon which you build everything you want to achieve. It becomes the fuel that keeps you going even when the road gets tough. Because let me tell you something, the road to success is never easy, but when you believe in your own potential, every obstacle is simply another step toward your destination. Affirming your potential is not about bragging or pretending you're already there. It's about recognizing that you have the raw ability within you to accomplish what others might think is impossible. It's about looking in the mirror and understanding that no one else is more qualified to live the life you were born to live than you. There's no one else who can do it better because this is your journey, your calling, your mission. And when you make these affirmations a daily practice, you start to move differently. You walk with a sense of purpose. You speak with authority. You take risks with confidence, knowing that failure is just a stepping stone to success. The fear of failure diminishes when you truly believe in your potential, because you know that even if you fall, you will get back up. You'll get back up stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. So start affirming your unstoppable potential today. Every morning, remind yourself that you are meant for more. Look at yourself in the mirror and say it out loud. I am capable. I am worthy. I am unstoppable. Because once you start believing in the limitless power that lies within you, you will change your entire reality. And nothing will ever be the same again. Perfection is a lie. It's a trap that keeps you stuck, waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect moment, or the perfect version of yourself before you take action. But let me tell you something. Perfection doesn't exist. And if you're waiting for it, you're wasting precious time. What you should be focused on is growth, not perfection. Growth is what propels you forward. Growth is what takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Every single day is an opportunity for progress, for learning, for becoming just a little bit better than you were yesterday. But if you're obsessed with being perfect, you're not going to give yourself permission to make mistakes, and it's in those mistakes where the real lessons lie. Perfection demands that you get it right the first time. But growth doesn't care about perfection. It cares about effort, resilience, and the ability to get back up when you fall. Right? So forget about trying to be perfect. Forget about trying to be flawless. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do today that will help me grow? It's about taking that small step forward, no matter how messy or imperfect it may seem. It's about making progress every single day. And when you focus on growth, you'll find that those small steps add up to massive transformation over time. And here's the secret. When you focus on growth, the pressure to be perfect vanishes. You're no longer paralyzed by fear of failure because you understand that failure is just part of the process. You give yourself permission to learn, to evolve, and to keep moving forward, knowing that each mistake is an opportunity to improve. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep trying, keep learning, and keep growing, no matter how many times they fall. Perfectionism can hold you hostage. It tells you that if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. But the truth is, if you never take action because you're afraid of imperfection, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never know what you're truly capable of. When you focus on growth, you understand that the journey is just as important as the destination. And that journey is messy, unpredictable, and far from perfect. But it's beautiful because it's real. The key is to embrace the process. You'll never be perfect, and that's okay. What matters is the direction you're heading in, the progress you're making, and the commitment to keep going no matter what. So start today. Start where you are, with what you have, and focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. Perfection doesn't matter. Growth does. And when you commit to growth, you're going to be amazed at just how far you can go. Every morning, you wake up with the potential to shape your day, your life, and your future. The power of your mind is far stronger than you give it credit for. And the way you begin your day can dictate how the rest of it unfolds. But here's the key. What are you visualizing? What are you seeing in your mind when your eyes open? Before the world starts pulling at you with distractions, demands, and obligations. If you're not visualizing your success, you're letting the day happen to you instead of creating it. Or the first thing you need to do each morning is visualize your success. Picture what it is you want to accomplish, not just in general, but in specific detail. How do you want to feel today? What steps you need to take to move closer to your goals? Visualize yourself achieving them. Feel the excitement, the pride, and the confidence that come with success. Don't just think about it. Immerse yourself in the experience of it. See the image so clearly in your mind that you can almost touch it, taste it, and hear it. That vision becomes the blueprint for your day. When you start your day by visualizing success, you set your mind on the right path. You create a mental roadmap that guides you through the challenges and decisions you'll face. You become intentional with your energy, your actions, and your focus. When obstacles arise, and they will, you already know how to overcome them because you've seen yourself do it. In your mind, you've rehearsed success. You've imagined your victory, and now you're just walking it out. But here's the catch. Visualization doesn't work if you're not willing to back it up with effort. It's not just a mental exercise. It's a mindset that drives your actions. You have to align what you see with what you do. But when you start every morning by visualizing success, you build the momentum needed to turn that vision into reality. You begin to see opportunities that others might miss, and you become more focused, more driven, and more confident. It's also about discipline. You have to do this every day without fail. The more you visualize your success, the more you begin to believe in it. Your mind becomes conditioned to expect success, to anticipate it, to demand it. The more you see yourself winning, the more your actions will align with that vision. You stop hesitating. You stop doubting yourself. You stop holding back, because in your mind, you've already achieved it. See, and that belief will carry you through even the toughest moments. Success doesn't come by accident. It doesn't happen because you get lucky. Success happens when you consistently show up, when you put in the work, and when you visualize yourself achieving it every single day. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can shape your reality in ways you've never even imagined. So start each morning by seeing your success, by living in the vision of what you want, and then go make it happen. Every day is a chance to step closer to your dreams, and that power lies within you. Use it. Every once in a while, you need to hit pause and remind yourself of just how far you've come. Life has a way of moving fast, of throwing challenges your way, and it can be easy to forget the strides you've made. But I want you to stop for a moment and reflect. Look back at everything you've already accomplished. If you're like most people, you focus so much on what you still want to achieve that you forget to celebrate how much you've already done. That's a mistake. You've faced challenges that others couldn't handle, and you've overcome obstacles that would have broken the average person. You've reached milestones that seemed impossible at one point, and here you are, still standing, still pushing forward. Don't let your mind focus only on what's left to do. Take the time to acknowledge your victories, both big and small. Those victories are proof that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Every goal you've hit, every battle you've won, every lesson you've learned is a testament to your resilience, your determination, and your strength. You've done things that people doubted you could do, and you proved them wrong. You've worked harder than most, faced rejection, dealt with setbacks, and kept going. Every time you wanted to quit, you found the strength to keep moving forward. And that right there, that is something to be proud of. Take a moment to celebrate the fact that you're still here, still in the game, still fighting for your dreams. Think about the risks you've taken, the uncomfortable situations you've pushed through, the people you've helped, and the lives you've touched along the way. That's all part of your story. And that story is powerful. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and grind and think you haven't made enough progress, but you have. Look at where you were just a year ago. Look at where you were 5 years ago. You're not the same person. You've grown. You've learned, you've improved, and you need to remind yourself of that regularly. The things you've accomplished, the battles you've fought, and the strength you've shown are all proof that you can handle whatever comes next. So stop doubting yourself. Stop underestimating your abilities. The fact that you're still going, still pushing forward, is a reflection of your resilience. Every time you remind yourself of what you've accomplished, you renew your faith in your ability to succeed. When you look back on your journey, you should feel empowered, because it proves that you are capable of achieving anything. Your accomplishments aren't just a reflection of what you've done. They're a glimpse into what you can do. When you remind yourself of what you've already achieved, you reignite your confidence and motivation to continue. The road ahead may have its challenges, but with the strength you've shown so far, there's nothing you can't overcome. So take pride in your progress. Let your past victories fuel you as you move forward toward even bigger wins. Proclaim your victories to yourself. Let your past victories fuel you as you move forward toward even bigger wins. You are a force, and you've already proven it. Keep going. The best is yet to come. If you want to command respect, you first have to give it to yourself. You can't expect others to see your value if you don't recognize it yourself. The way you carry yourself, the way you set boundaries, the way you stand tall in your truth, these are the things that demand respect. People see what you believe about yourself. They feel the energy you put out into the world. And if you don't believe in your own worth, they won't either. Self-respect is not about arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about understanding that you are worthy, just as you are. It's about knowing that you have value and not allowing anyone to treat you like you don't. When you respect yourself, you don't accept disrespect from anyone. You set standards. You don't settle for less than what you deserve, because you know deep down that you're worthy of the best. Next starts with how you treat yourself. It starts with honoring your needs, your time, your energy. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop dimming your light because someone else is uncomfortable with it. Stop compromising your peace for the sake of others. When you respect yourself, you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need validation from the outside world because you've already given it to yourself. When you practice self-respect, you begin to live by your own rules. You stop letting others dictate your life. You stop seeking approval. You stop measuring your worth based on someone else's standards. And the moment you start living that way, people begin to take notice. They see someone who values themselves. They see someone who isn't afraid to speak their truth, to stand up for themselves, and to walk away from anything that doesn't serve them. Respect is earned, and it's earned by how you treat yourself. If you're constantly seeking validation, constantly bending over backward for others, constantly sacrificing your happiness for the sake of others, you'll only teach people that your worth is negotiable. But when you show that you will not settle for anything less than respect, that's when you start to command it. You need to recognize the power you hold in your own life. Your boundaries aren't walls, they're gates that protect your peace, your joy, and your success. When you set clear boundaries, when you show that you're willing to walk away from anything or anyone that disrespects you, that's when you command respect. And it's not about being harsh. It's about being firm in your belief that you are worthy of the highest regard. You don't need to shout for people to respect you. Your actions, your boundaries, and your self-belief will speak louder than anything else.